He's not for sale.
Why not?
You can't buy a human being, Eric.
Well, why not?
All the great comedies, at least in the modern era, like last 50 to 60 years, maybe not all, but most of them had a class theme to them.
Wait, you guys can't come in here.
Upper class versus the lower class, the working class, the rest of us.
Daddy said anything I wanted, anything in the store.
Now, a funny movie doesn't have to have class as its theme, but it helps. Meatballs, Camp Mohawk was the rich kid camp, and Camp North Star was where all the regular kids went. Animal House was the Bad News Bears of the frat houses, going up against the posh upper class frats. Caddyshack's tagline is literally, it's the snobs versus the slobs. This carries through most great comedies up until the early 2000s. And to me, Wedding Crashers is one of the last great class comedies. Fittingly, the upper class, portrayed by Christopher Walken as the U.S. Secretary of State. Our heroes, Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson, are from a lower class, but it's still a upper middle class. Posh offices, fairly swanky Georgetown digs, so we're beginning to see the actual lower/working class removed from the screen, culminating in the Hangover series, where we get upper class bad boys go wild. Had its moments, but that franchise I felt kept getting put in the pantheon of great comedies when it was really just the best of a weak field. In 2005, I was in LA on a pitch trip, and I was talking to a lawyer who was starting his own business managing writers. And he said to me back then that the industry is becoming much more monolithic. They don't like letting in outsiders. And see the Troy Duffy case of one time when they did and it didn't work out well. They don't relate to them. It's 18 years on, and I think we're seeing the effects of that. Hollywood lacks people with real life experience that relates to most of us. It has become an echo chamber of upper class perspective. The proof is in the pudding. You've seen it in the movies. Judd Apatow started with Freaks and Geeks. Then like 15 years later, I'm watching This Is 40, and I don't relate to anybody in that movie. She owns her own boutique. He owns his own record label. What kind of rich kid fantasy is this? Living with incredible wealth for over a decade kinda kills your ability to relate to regular people.
What's the matter with you?
Nothing.
Nice shots, huh?
The last 2 hours, I've lost my job, my apartment, my car, and my girlfriend.
You still have your health.
And I'm not against rich people. I'd love to be rich one day. Like, starting tomorrow. Please. But we use comedy to get through the tough times. Gallows humor is often very funny.
Now, we're not going to let a bunch of treacherous enemy killjoys ruin our Christmas.
But if you're not worried about rent, or having enough money for food or clothes, and you're not worried about your future, I'm not sure how a sharp comedy perspective is going to be honed from a comfy, cozy, worry-free existence. You don't need some funny to get you through the hard times. You don't have any. Thanks for clicking in. I'll see you in the next video.
Here we are, my man. All right, come to Papa. Toss that thing. Let's go. Thank you.
What you got in the trunk?
Oh, you don't want to look in there.